यमुनतीरा वनचारी, यमुनतीरा वनचारी, जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा माताजी, थैंक यू माताजी, pranams माताजी।
Hare Krishna, pranams, welcome you all. So let's start today's session. We'll do the opening prayer. So I got to know if you are gone out today. Maybe it's a year-end, I don't know what all. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dhire Nashta Prayishva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnapashtaya Bhutale Srimati Pataka Swami Namni Namacharya Pranitya Kripapatani Gaurakata Damdaya Nagragramta Mukham Karoti Vachalam Bhungam Kate Yat Kripatam Paramananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What a pleasant surprise. Welcome. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण। वहाँ ठंड है बहुत।
ठंड है, मुझे लग रहा है ठंड।
How is she?
Yeah, she's fine. She's
Okay. प्रकट
you
होने
are
का
taking time.
कोई खास मकसद?
कुछ नहीं। I got time today to buy snow guys.
Oh, so sweet. So nice. मेरा एक टेस्ट हो रहा है आज।
नहीं testing.
So okay. So 3 of them, they are outside, so they will not able to join. I'm sorry, my throat is like this. Bear with my throat. Okay, Hare Krishna, welcome you all. So let's do the shlokas. So yesterday's speaker has tried her best to complete from 4:14 to 41 because we couldn't have the session in between one. We are very sorry about it due to some reason. So, yeah. Okay. So, we are trying to understand about King Vena. So, any one thing that you all remember yesterday that the speaker has covered and which you think that it is a take for our practical application?
Mataji,
Yeah.
may I say Mataji?
Please.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, actually, yesterday's class, we were discussing about the sages were very angry when Vena was not listening to them. So they were trying to convince him, but he was not ready to listen. Finally, they got angry and they killed Vena by just uttering the words, the mantras.
Okay.
They killed Vena. And but what happened was after that there were so many problems of thieves and all that, all those people. But they know they can kill those people also. But their duty is not to kill others. Their duty is actually to be humble and work for the good of people. So though they have all powers to kill, but their the thing why they were brought up to this world is not to kill. Their purpose of life is not to kill. So they are not killing. They are just praying for the welfare of the people. That is what we understood yesterday, Mother.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Sindhu Mataji, you wanted to say something?
Yes, Mataji. Pranams. Thank you, Mataji. Like, we just saw from like 36 verse and all qualities of Brahmana we saw.
Very good.
Yeah, and how they are, what to say, actual duty of the Brahmanas is to perform the yajnas and, not to accumulate more and more money. Even if they get it just for the distribution of, for the saintly works and all that. So, and also we discussed about the compassionate nature of the sages.
Very good.
They didn't want anything else, just for the welfare of the people. Like how Haridas Thakur, he gave Harinam to all. So,
Haribol.
like
Good.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like how Prabhupada, a great example, like how he gave Krishna to everyone.
Yes. Yes.
So, like also the sages of Naimisharanya Mataji told like 1,000 year sacrifice they performed for the 6 questions asked by the sages. And the first question was, what is the ultimate good for the people in general?
Excellent.
So that point was there. And Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya. That was also discussed, like how cows and brahmanas are very important because they maintain the society and all the material and spiritual prosperity is centered around them only. But Prabhupada also says that in Kali Yuga, there is nothing like that, So there's no proper cows, nothing and all.
Cows,
those days.
they are taken to slaughterhouses.
Yeah, slaughterhouses, yeah.
Yes.
Slaughterhouses and all that. So, so what
Great.
is that like? Also, Prabhupada said that the only way you can please me is when you love Krishna.
Yes.
So Mataji gave that example in the last.
Okay. So can I see you all? See, we have beautiful guest with us. So you all can put the cameras on. Yeah, Sindhu, Archana. Very good. Thank you so much. Yeah. Dividesai Mataji, Kothai, where are you? Tumi Kotar. Okay, so we'll start. Yes. Thank you so much, Gopal Prabhu, for appearing. Yes, from till now, what we understand from King Vena, we will again try to add. This is the last session that we are having. I mean, this chapter will get over. Yeah. So let us start and then we'll come back again. 4:14:42. नानघस्य वंशो राजर्षि एष संस्थातुम् अर्हति अमोघवीर्यहि नृप वंशी अस्मिन् केशवाश्रयाः. Yeah. Who wants to repeat?
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
4:14:42, Prabhu. Shloka.
May I recite, Mataji?
Yeah, please, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Nangasya vamsho rajarsher kesha samstatumarhati amoga virya hinrupa vamshesmin keshavashrayaha.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you. Somebody
Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. The sages decided that the descendants of the family of the saintly king Anga should not be stopped. But in this family, the semen was very powerful and the children were prone to become devotees of the Lord. Shall I read purport, Mataji?
Can I give others the
Please,
opportunity?
okay, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you.
Shalom,
Hare-
Mataji.
Yes, please go ahead, Divya Desai Mataji.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The purity of hereditary succession is called Amoga Virya. The pious seminal succession in the twice born families of the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, especially as well as in the families of Vaishyas, also must be kept very pure by the observation of the purificatory processes beginning with Garbhadhana Samskara, which is observed before conceiving a child. Unless this purificatory process is strictly observed, especially by the Brahmanas, the family descendants become impure and gradually sinful activities become visible in the family. Maharaja Anga was very pure because of the purification of semen in the family of Maharaja Dhruva. However, his semen became contaminated in association with his wife Sunita, who happened to be the daughter of death personified. Because of this polluted semen, King Vena was introduced. This was a catastrophe in the family of Dhruva Maharaja. All the saintly persons and sages considered this point and they decided to take action in this matter as described in the following verses. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So we are trying to understand what Srila Prabhupada is trying to make a point here. It says the purity of hereditary, Amoga Virya. That is the pious seminal succession in the twice born family, the Brahmana Kshatriya especially, as well as in the family of Vaishya also, must be kept very pure by the observation of the purificatory process begin with Garbhadhana Samskara. Now, if you see with the Vaishnavas, we have a practice. There is a book called Samskara book. All those who don't have must get that book and keep. You don't need any pandit, any karmakandi pandit for any puja, because you have in this samskara book everything, right from your graha pravesh to for your children, for yourself, even till the end, that is till the death. You have all this samskaras, how properly with the procedure one has to follow. Okay, so with that point, now Garbhadhana Samskara. Anybody has any clue of this term? Anybody? Be honest, because this is the satsang, no? This is the class, where
Mataji, I have heard about this. We have to chant 50 rounds or more, and we have to attend Mangalarti. We have to do all the rules we have to follow, and all this comes under Garbhadan Samskar. That I have seen that, Mataji. I have read about this. To get a Krishna conscious child, to beget a child, a Krishna conscious child, both husband and wife should follow this samskar. I have heard about this, Mata. Hare Krishna, Mata.
very good, excellent. Even out of 100, if 1 or 2 knows, then they can pass on, because their own practice will make others pass on this. Yeah, as we are all grastas, whether we have son at home, whether we have daughter at home, we should know that such samskaras to be practiced. Why Prabhupada is mentioning this here is that this practice is becoming absolutely, absent in the practice of this society of today. Slowly, I'm very sorry to say, we will hardly find somebody getting married also. If some marriage happens, it will be like a festival. Oh, some marriage is happening. Because now what practice is? Live-in relationship. We have to be honest, isn't it? Yeah. We are broadcasting. This message has to be broadly broadcasted, boldly broadcasted. Why? Because if we have to practice Krishna consciousness, if we want the progeny in future to be Krishna conscious, then first parents have to practice this consciousness. And for parents to have practice consciousness, the great grandparents or grandparents, they have to push us towards this practice. Yeah. See, the moment children are big, and we are looking for good babysitting, good playgroup, good kindergarten. Why? So that they get a practice of sitting for some time and listening to somebody else other than the mother and father. Am I right? Yeah. So similar way, when they grow, biologically they need to get married. This is also a need. Yeah. This is a need. So when we are taking this process, we have to take into consideration how the scriptures are guiding us. Earlier, our grandparents or parents would say, so-and-so boy is seen or so-and-so girl is seen, they are coming, we have to see, there is nothing they ask, or did you like, or, should we go ahead? Nowadays, it's the other way around. The children come and say, she's so-and-so or he's so-and-so. Sometimes they'll say, we want to get married, or say, we got married. Sometimes they are forced to say because they come with the children. Yeah. So this is what the society is going 360-degree upside down. So this is the point that Prabhupada is making here. As I was always saying, Srimad Bhagwatam is nothing but it is prescription and it is a description. Yeah, these two terms we need to understand when we are dealing with Srimad Bhagwatam. It is trying to give us, enlighten us by way of, giving an example of personality coming through the Shastra. Now here, there is one more point. It says how the symbols of Dhruva Maharaj's lineage was to be preserved. So here comes the role of sages. As we all were discussing before in the beginning of the class, that those days, the sages or the saintly persons were held in charge, were held responsible that whatever you say, we listen. Today we go to a Pandit and we say, oh, look at my hand or look at my, horoscope and tell me. And we give him some money, whether we agree or we don't agree, whether we want to listen or we don't want to listen. That is just always depending on a person, isn't it? This is how the practicality of Kali Yuga is happening. So here Prabhupada is trying to make a point that if we practice these samskaras, then what will happen? Not only we are getting saved, we are saving our generation also. So you may ask, Mataji, how we are saving ourselves? If we have good progeny, if they practice what we are making them practice, then only tarpan milega na aage jaake. Otherwise, we'll be like a bhutas and pretas. Nobody is there to take care of us, is it? Yeah? Okay. So we'll go further. We'll cover some more points here. We'll be covering 5 shlokas. Yeah. 4, 14, 43. Vinishchityevarshyo vipannasya mahipate mamanto urvo tarasa tatra siddh bahuko naraha. Who wanted to recite?
May I recite, Mataji?
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
Vinishchityaivam ऋषयो विपन्यस्य महीपते ममन्तुरुं तरसा तत्र सिद्धबाहुको नरः.
Good.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
You want to read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. After making a decision, the saintly persons and sages churned the thighs of the dead body of King Vena with great force and according to a specific method. As a result of this churning, a dwarf-like person was born from King Vena's body. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Somebody can take the purport to be read?
Yes, Mataji. I'm reading the purport.
Yeah, please.
Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, text 43. That a person was born by the churning of the thighs of King Vena proves that spirit soul is individual and separate from the body. The great sages and saintly persons could beget another person from the body of the dead King Vena, but it was not possible for them to bring King Vena back to life. King Vena was gone, and certainly he had taken another body. Saintly persons and sages were only concerned with the body of Vena because it was a result of the seminal succession in the family of Maharaja Dhruva. Consequently, the ingredients by which another body could be produced were there in the body of King Vena. By a certain process, when the thighs of the dead body were churned, another body came out. Although dead, the body of King Vena was preserved by drugs and by mantras chanted by King Vena's mother. In this way, the ingredients for the production of another body were there. When the body of the person named Bhaka came out of the dead body of King Vena, it was really not very astonishing. It was simply a question of knowing how to do it. From the semen of one body, another body is produced, and the life symptoms are visible due to the soul's taking shelter of this body. One should not think that it is impossible for another body to come out of the dead body of Maharaja Vena. This was performed by the skillful action of the sages.
Hari Bol.
Hari.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So here we are trying to understand this process. Why they have given this process is we understand that life comes after life, from a life, isn't it? But this Simmons of King Vena was so powerful because he is from the lineage of Dhruva Maharaj.
Dhruva Maharaj.
Yeah. And I don't know how many of you all have read about Dhruva Maharaj. Just at the age of 5, he has done such a devotion that he was the one to see physically Lord himself. Because when Lord appeared in front of him, by just seeing the personified beauty of the Lord, he just mesmerized that small 5-year-old boy. He couldn't utter a word. And Lord himself, when he brought him to the senses by touching him, that you are here for something and I have come to give you. Ask me what you want. Beautiful shloka he recited. Sthana bhilashe tapasi stitoham tram praptavana munendra kacham vachinva apidevya ratnam swamin kritaso asminnayache. Yeah, he says to Lord, what I should ask, I forgot, because immediately he's thinking what I was to ask, and then there is a beautiful comparison given that I wanted the place to sit on my father's lap, but that is nothing when I saw Lord. So there is a comparison of that sthana abhilashit. I was just looking for the place, which is nothing like a pebble. Lord has himself come and appeared. I don't want anything, he says. But Lord says that I have come and I'm supposed to give you something. I cannot go without giving you something. And what he gave him? He said the whole world will annihilate. The whole of universe and the universe will annihilate. But you will remain. I will give you higher position than your father. That exalted personality's lineage this Vena is. So when the sages took a decision of killing, he says, no, he is not suitable. So what happened? Though he was killed, but from his body parts, they could churn. Why? Because the mother had preserved that body. So when they churned, how the personalities come out. And this Bahuka was one of the personality. Yeah. So it says from a life comes, but from him, from a part, just from one part when they are churning, a personality has come back. Yeah. That's the reason Srimad Bhagwatam to be read. Prabhupada said very, very beautifully in Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, first shloka itself, very scrutinizingly. Yeah, he has used the word very scrutinizingly and under the guidance of someone who has read, or somebody who is a devotee of the Lord. So from Gurujanas, when we listen, from the seniors, when we listen to the lectures or we read, yeah, so you will get enlightened very beautifully. It says it was not possible for them to bring Vena back, because we all know by now that why they had brought Vena, though he was not befitting to the place, because they wanted a king there. Yeah, but that given chance, that opportunity, he misused it. He told everybody that he has to be taken into consideration, isn't it? So now we are trying to understand. It says, consequently, the ingredients which another body could be produced were there in the body of King Vena. So this dwarf have come out. It says it was really not very astonishing. Why? Because from one, the personality like Vena, you could get some personality like this dwarf, isn't it? So people say, that how one can take birth. When you ask somebody who doesn't know about Bhagavad Gita or Bhagwatam, they say, people just take birth. But no, there is so many things to be understood and to. Okay, we will also add a few more. 4:14:44. Who wants to read? Kaka Krishno itihaswango harshva bahu mahanuhu harshva panim na nasagro raktaksha tamaramruddhaja. Who wants to read? Hare Krishna. Anybody for the shloka? Archana, you want to read? Please.
Mataji, Sindhu Mataji was saying yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll read, Mataji.
Please read, no problem.
Yeah. Text 44.
Yeah.
A translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This person born from King Vena's thighs was named Bahuka, and his complexion was as black as crow's. All the limbs of his body were very short. His arms and legs were short, and his jaws were large. His nose was flat. His eyes were reddish, and his hair copper colored.
Yeah. So they are giving the description of Bahuka, the one who appeared by churning the thigh of King Vena. Yeah. We will go to 45th. It says, Tam tute avanatam dinam kim karo mite vadhinam nishidhyitye abhrovam stata sa nishat tato abhavat. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Who wants to read? Giridhar Gopal Prabhu, you want to read? Translation and purport? You did not get the opportunity. Hare Krishna. Anybody?
Sala Mataji.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He was very submissive and meek, and immediately after his birth, he bowed down and inquired, Sirs, what shall I do? The great sages replied, Please sit down please sit down, Nisida. Thus, Nishida, the father of the Naisada race, was born. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, purport.
Purport also?
Yeah, you can read.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is said in the Shastras that the head of the body represents the Brahmanas, the arms represent the Kshatriyas, the abdomen represents the Vaishyas, and the legs beginning with the thighs represent the Sudras. The Sudras are sometimes called black or Krishna. When the Brahmanas are called Shukla or white, and the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas are a mixture of black and white. However, those who are extraordinarily white as are said to have skin produced out of white leprosy. It may be concluded that white or golden hue is the color of the higher caste and black is the complexion of the Sudras. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams.
Dandavat Pranams. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So we will try to read one more shloka and then we will come back to deal more further. 4:14:46 it says Tasya Vamshayastu Naishat Giri Kanan Gocharaha Yena Harja Jayamano Vena Kalmasha Ulbanam. Translation and purport.
May I read, Mataji?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. After his Nishida's birth, he immediately took charge of all the resultant actions of King Vena's sinful activities. As such, this Naisada class are always engaged in sinful activities like stealing, plundering, and hunting. Consequently, they are only allowed to live in hills and forests. Purport: the Naisadas are not allowed to live in cities and towns because they are sinful by nature. As such, their bodies are very ugly and their occupations are also sinful. We should, however, know that even these sinful men, who are sometimes called Kiratas, can be delivered from their sinful conditions to topmost Vaishnava platform by the mercy of pure devotee. Engagement in the transcendental loving devotional service of the Lord can make anyone, however sinful he may be, fit to return home back to Godhead. One has only to become free from all contamination by the process of devotional service. In this way, everyone can become fit to return home back to Godhead. This is confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita 9.32. Mam hi partha vyapashritya ye api suvpapa yonayah trito vaishya tata sutra te api yanti param gatim. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter of me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, as well as Sudras workers, can approach the supreme destination. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports of 4th canto, 14th chapter of Srimad Bhagwatam, entitled The Story of King Vena. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So here we have few things to understand and learn. So here it is also given us the bifurcation of the classes. We will not go by color, but we try to understand that yes, the Brahmanas, they come from the head part of the Lord, yeah, and the Kshatriyas are the limbs of the Lord, yeah. So these are the bifurcation that is given to us. Those who to enlighten those who don't even think that there is an existence of Lord. So we are talking about much ahead, isn't it? Yeah. Also, to be added here, when we talk about this Bahu, who has been this personality who has come out by the churning of the thigh of King Vena, we are trying to give the the description of how this Bahu looks and how his complexion is, and that's how through the point of complexion they are trying to give more bifurcations. One point here to understand is when we were talking about that how Garbhadhana samskaras are important. There is one more point to understand. The child in the womb of a mother gets the impact of maternal father or maternal uncle. How is it? Mother's brother or mother's uncle or mother's father. So now what has happened? Though King Vena's father, he was a very pious person. Anga, isn't it? He was very pious. But then how King Vena got this impurities? Because of the mother. Why? Because mother was the daughter of death personified, Mrityu. So that's how that impact on the child, that is on Veena, was through the mother. And that's the reason in the purport also we understand in the association of Sunita, wife of Anga. That's the reason whenever one wants to go for the progeny, they say first do Garbhadhana Samskara, then do Garbhadhara Samskara. Yeah. So much before we decide to have a child, we have to approach to the Vaishnava, those who conduct this, homams and all the puja vidhis, because they will guide us which is the good day to go ahead with. Because our mind has to be set that I want Lord Krishna as my son. With that mindset, we need to chant extra. So it is not that the female is going to bear the child, that's why she has to do. No, the seed-giving father also has to follow this. So when the husband and wife, when they both follow this procedure, satvik bhojana, shravanam, then kirtanam, the environment also has to be sattvic. It is not that, we can watch anything, we can read anything. Once one of the Prabhu was sharing in one of the lectures saying that, the female comes and says, Prabhuji, I don't know what to do. Whenever my child, he starts crying, and if my husband puts on some news channel, he stops crying. So what is the reason? So Prabhu said, when you were pregnant, were you watching TV? No, she couldn't say no. She couldn't say no. Yeah. Because this is what keeps happening. I remember my grandmother used to say, no watching movies, especially no watching TVs. So I used to tell, because see, male husband and all, you cannot force. So I used to say, okay, let me go to sleep. You do whatever you want, so that I don't get that impact on me or my child. So it is not that we cannot do, we can do it. So this is what Srimad Bhagwatam teaches us, that how we have to practice to not to get indulged into the things wherein we land into the problem of, getting a personality like Vena. He was not only a problem to the society, to the kingdom. Yeah. So looking at them, Prabhupada also tries to say that we are, gathered around with all politicians and this business class people and all. They are all the Vina qualities only. Yeah. That we are God. The share market says we are, holding the whole world. The moment the share market is down, the whole world is upside down. So like King Vena, he says, follow me, I am God. Same way the politician, every nook and corner you have a leader. He says, listen to me and don't listen to the world. So Prabhupada is trying to make a point saying that we need to use our intelligence in a proper way. Yeah. Don't go behind this morning. See, acharyas are saying that, chant, do Mangala Arti, read Bhagavad Gita or Bhagwatam. Unlike non-devotees, even they also do the same like us. See, we are reading Bhagwatam, they read newspaper. We do Mangala Arti, they will listen to some songs. But see the impact, what will happen. We try to understand from Bhagwatam what is to be done and what is not to be done. From the newspaper, what you will understand? How many killed? How many had, plundered somebody's wealth? So many females in the educated society, well-educated, proper, civilized society, females are not free. Females are not able to be protected. We are sending children to school to get enlightened, to get educated. But they come back and they bring all nonsense from school. Once upon a time, we used to say schools are like, Vidya Mandir. Now it is all. But happily, we are paying annual fees. We want certificate because this society only sees the certificate. So now, I don't know how many of you all know, but many places, homeschooling is started. And very soon you will see, it will come to 50-50. If you want, with your choice, if you want to send to school, send to school. If you're not sending school, you're teaching at home, there will be a provision that you do education and, write your exams online. This will very soon happen. Why? Because after paying so much of fees, after giving so much of best of the things, education, books, but end of the result is we don't get what we have. So from King Vena, we understand how sages and Brahmana had a place. They were given respect. Today's teacher, if a teacher has hit your child, means you will go and make a complaint to the principal. How dare, First you check whether it was a mistake of a teacher or a mistake of a child. That is not happening. How dare you touch my child? I remember in our times, a teacher would say, stand up on the bench, go and stand out of the class, they'll make us, punish. Yeah. And we can't even dare and say to parents, oh, we got punishment today. We'll be getting double punishment. See how the society has turned upside down. Yeah. So these are few things that we are learning from Srimad Bhagwatam, that how one has to take care, what is the position of, Brahmanas and saintly persons, how we have to take the shelter of the scriptures to escape by not getting such progenies, which is danger to the society, isn't it? Society, to our own self, to themselves also, isn't? Yeah. So, yeah. So these were few shlokas and few points. We have ended the chapter here. Yeah. We will start with new chapter next class. So, any suggestions? Any comments? Krishnamurti Prabhu. Today, 3 of them, they said, no, we are not available. Sumay Mataji is in office. Yeah, Prabhu.
Oh, no comments, Mataji. Only the thing before entering to this Krishna consciousness, we are not aware of that Garbha Samskara. And then, usually in our community, they used to organize Sri Simanta Karya. So they are, but to what extent the people were aware, they were observing, though we are not aware of all those things. Whereas come to this Krishna consciousness, particularly after focus on to the Bhagavad Gita, we used to tell the kids to read Bhagavad Gita regularly while pregnant. I used to give them books also. To that extent, I know. To what effects it will make, no, we are not aware of all those things. Anyhow, that much only we know, Mataji. After coming to this forum, we were came, came to know all these things. And then, you believe it or not, right from 90s, I am reading Bhagavad Gita. But thing is, we are not aware of Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. So how we have to make it in practice, particularly in 8th chapter, while leaving the body, how we have to prepare ourselves. So only after entering into this Krishna consciousness, we came to know the value and the of this tapas chanting.
Yes.
So that helps us. So, but we were, anyhow, by knowing this, we were on the track. That is the only message, Mataji. What regularly, what we were, I am in practice. That much I am uh, put forth before you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes. Anybody wants to share anything?
Mataji, I really like the Dhruva Maharaj prayer song, too emotional. I think it's there in 4th canto, Mataji, Bhagwatam.
Yes.
Okay.
It touches my heart also. Yeah. Every time. If you tell me the whole day to say the shloka, I am ready to say. Because who is not today, who is not sthana abhilashit? Somebody wants top position, somebody wants to be famous, somebody wants to have their own business, somebody wants, why everything is controlled by my mother-in-law? I want that position. Why my sister-in-law has been appreciated more? I want that position. Everybody is behind that position. So that Dhruva's, that one word, sthana abhilashit, that is so suitable, so practical in this Kali Yuga. Yeah?
So sweet, nectarian.
Yes, very nectarian, very nectarian. Yes, Archana, gum ho gaya?
No, Mataji. Mataji, actually, when we are listening to some story, we generally go and see what is happening next in the next loka, like that. But in our session, I never see like that because I am waiting for the session to come to listen from the speaker. Only then that story is getting power, like that. Though
Try
we
to
when we
visualize.
read yes, yes. Only then we can visualize Mataji. And I feel very much happy listening from the speaker, then reading. We can go to Vedabase and read the next sloka, but I don't go there. I don't read. I don't want to know what is happening. But I am anxiously waiting for the next class. What is going to happen? I was also thinking maybe they are going to Diti was very much rude initially. She was planning to kill Indra, and she was changed by the devotional service. I thought similar thing will happen for Vena. They are going to change him. So I was expecting some story like that. I was waiting for that to happen. But suddenly yesterday they killed him. So I was, what is happening? I was waiting for the next story, like that. And today it has come to an end. I cannot, I think we should know more about what happened after that, like that, Mataji. It is very nice listening to this 8 o'clock session. Is very nice, Mataji. I am very happy. Each speaker who is coming here, they give maximum reference. Very nice explanation. It stays
Takes
deep.
much time, it takes so much time. Actually, I was looking for today's speaker, but she's not well. So she said, I will not able to. And I said, okay, now what to do? Because I have standby two, but both of them are not available. And I'm in between, my throat is not good, as well as I'm in between, shifting. So everywhere packing and all is going on. I said, 1 hour you wait because I'll session. So it's like that. Yeah, I mean, we have to keep referring so many, lecture or reading. Because about Suniti, I was trying to dig as much as possible to give you all the references. Because it so happens that we don't know. Sometimes we say, when the child is born, just the common thing that you all will feel is anybody who comes to see the child, किसके जैसा दिखता है? Oh, like father, oh, like mother. Huh? The child is so tiny, it's such a tiny child that, but as the child starts growing, when then the habits, then later on the elders they say, whose habit she has got or whose habit he has got. But it is only the Shastra that tells either it goes like on mama or it is like nana or it's like chacha. It's maternal, not father side. Very rare case father side. It is a truth. but you'll come to know only from Srimand.
Hmm.
So I was reading and reading and reading, more and more to give you all, because see, every house, you'll be seeing the children growing, or you have unmarried sister-in-law or brother-in-law or something. So when they have to go on a family way, so how one has to close oneself and just get absorbed into devotion. Then only we can get a devotee child. Sattvic food, reading, listening, association, all the time. So very important. I was so happy that, I got this shlokas, through this shlokas we can, say all this, when otherwise we will not get opportunity to spread this word of Lord. Okay, so
Mataji,
yes,
for
Prabhu.
all this, the household environment must be in the devotional process. If not, it is not possible, Mataji. That's because we are hearing. If you think of in practical, really, if you see in my house only, not I am thinking of others. So we can't expect such an environment.
No, Prabhu, it is not. I will give you a very practical example of when I started my Krishna consciousness. It was only me who used to break my head everywhere because my husband is from IT background, so he'll be sleeping. My children are small, so I won't be creeping out. Oh my God, what to do? No, I used to feel so peaceful. Quietly, I will get a 4:30, and bell also I will hold in such a way that the sound should not go into the other room, but I'll be doing it. But every prayer will be, Radharani, we are only 4 in the house. Let all this 4 become your duty.
Uh,
So,
as now I am this Narasimha Stotra I am chanting. The temple, in temple they have told me to chant that there is a quarrel between I say ISKCON and ISKCON in Bangalore. So to solve that problem, you have to chant there. I have taken vow on that day. So I am chanting. So I before chanting, I used to pray. Make all the people of my family to be in Krishna consciousness. I do. I am praying. To what extent I will succeed? I know I am not aware. I am 70 now. See,
you do your part, Prabhu.
definitely, sincerely I will do.
Yes, when you do your part, definitely today or tomorrow, yeah, who's there? Somebody next to you.
Mataji, one point I wanted to share. In today's Bhagavad Gita class, when we are into this Krishna consciousness, the whole family is benefited. It's not
Yes,
only us. Like
yes.
even the previous ancestors.
14 generation. It is said 14,
Generation.
14 generation who are gone and 14 who are going to come. If one starts chanting, Prabhu.
They all will be liberated, I heard. So I was like,
so what to talk about who are around you, who are taking
yeah.
liberation.
Yeah.
Or a Sant Mahatma in your family.
Mataji, one thing. Today I have bought 20 Bhagavad Gita books. So for distribution, today I have distributed one to the police officer. You keep that book on your table. Just before start your duty, you chant Hare Krishna, and then at least once you read at least one line in this Bhagavad Gita. I told him and come back. From
Yeah.
Mataji,
Last year, yeah, last year I sold one Bhagavad Gita to one of the police person.
No, thing is, I am thinking tomorrow I want to go to school. I will give one book to there. I request the master to keep this book in the
library.
Students. At least if they do chant or not, let them touch the book.
Yes.
So tomorrow I am thinking to visit some branches, bank branches. I request the manager, I am thinking to
Prabhu, you can also go to some hospitals, Prabhu.
what's mother?
Yeah, you can go to some hospitals. You can go to restaurants, hotels. You can ask them to keep in the, in the rooms, yeah, which we did in one of the, we once went to, I don't remember that place, in Delhi only. In that hotels, uh, it was a small hotel, 500 rooms. So we said, will you accept it? And they happily said yes. So my husband immediately ordered and we gave them. We said, just keep it in the room. See, hotel is such a place, you don't know who is coming.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
and it is not that, it's we told them, don't consider this as a religious book. This is a manual for a human being.
Yes.
So this is how you have to say and give them.
Tomorrow I will try, Mataji. To what extent I will succeed? Let Sri Krishna will take care of me.
Yes, yes. You have to
No,
pray
Hare
Radharani.
Krishna, Mata.
You have to pray Radharani. Radharani, I'm taking you to
Mataji,
Krishna.
even
Yes,
Prabhupada used to pray, no? I heard one story.
yes.
He went to some meeting or something. He took one full trunk of books to
Mm.
sell. He found one small Muslim boy sitting. So he asked him whether you can take care of my trunk, otherwise someone will take it off and go away. I'll just go immediately, speak and come back immediately. So that boy says, okay, Prabhupada, I'll take care. Actually, he was just, he's not a audience. He's just a boy like watching. But Prabhupada asked him for help. And he used to pray and he used to go. It seems the moment Prabhupada finished the meeting and he saw, that boy immediately took some shawl and kept down all the books and he sold it off. By the time Prabhupada, so that is the magic of Prabhupada's prayers, and he was just
Yes.
thinking of him how to sell it like that. Krishna, please help me. So that boy came in that,
So if
and
you
he
leave,
sold and he gave the money and he left, it seems.
yeah. So
So
that is how, see, in the heart, if it is, oh Krishna, most of the time this book distributing team, when they will go, they will be praying, oh, let our all books get sold. So every time it doesn't happen. So, but sometimes, it happens that, because my son also, a few years back, he was in Radha Gopinath temple with the brahmacharis. So he went with the he used to go with kirtan party, he used to go with the book distribution party, and he calls me and says, Mama, today we sold one set of books. To whom? I said, you went, Baba, so how will I know? you know it was Virat Kohli, Anushka Sharma, and that too on the signal, Bombay. It's very good, very good, excellent. He said, Mama, he saw me in white dress and tilakam and all that. He's right near, because I used to tell him, when you are on the road, signal is the best place because all the car stops. I have done in this Los Angeles, yeah, when we went for this Rath Yatra. So I always tell them. So he said, Mama, when all the boys were running here and there, I stood near the signal and the car comes and, stop, and that they put the glass down. I was surprised to see it was, Virat Kohli. Oh, I said, okay, very good. So he called me, then I showed the books and they took Mama, they took books. Anushka Sharma also was there. Good. Krishna bless them also and Krishna bless you also. Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so we stop here with everybody's permission. Thank you so much for opening your heart and speaking, because every smile that we make, our life, it blooms, and especially with the name of Krishna, it enchants us. It revives us. It gives us more energy. So this energy we must use for Krishna, because he's the energetic to provide us this energy, isn't it? Yeah. So all the best. We all pray one time Mahamantra for Krishnamurti Prabhu, because tomorrow he's going to distribution. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, till now I have also done the book distribution in the uh, uh, you know some there was some gynec, they had a meet or somewhere. So I told them, see, the females come with the labor pain and all that, they are in the anxiety. So please keep some Bhagavad Gitas. So they had taken few Bhagavad Gitas from us. We should be open. See, you all are in India. You all must be open for any seva. If not every day, in a week, you all must have a mission in your mind, at least once or twice. Go to some hospital because there sick people are there. Take permission, just read for them some shlokas. If nothing, Chaturshloki, for the person, especially old age. The whole life has gone for, house, husband, wife, children, in-laws, this, that, society. So now when that realization comes, oh, I couldn't do anything, give them Krishna consciousness. This is what I see. Around me, I keep doing this. When I go for garden and all, if I find some elderlies, I say, come, sit. I tell my Prabhu, make some decaf and make and bring. Yes, any 1 minute that we can, provide them, we don't know their life will change. Yeah, okay.
Try,
One-
Mata.
Mataji, happy Vaikunta Ekadasi, Saturday and Gita Marathon, Gita Jain.
Tomorrow we are reading 4:30. We are going to read all 700 shlokas.
Oh, okay.
There are almost 45 plus people are going to gather. We are going to read. Yeah.
Yes, we are also reading. Day after tomorrow. Okay.
Vancha कृपा सिंधुभैश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय, गीता जयंती की जय, वैकुंठ एकादशी की जय. Okay, so we'll meet on Monday. Hare Krishna. Take good care of yourself.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Pranam,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Mataji.